Hello friends, I'm Shantanu and now we are going to start another topic, that is perquisite, which we are going to study under the head salary income. Now first let's try to understand the meaning of the term perquisites, and then we will see whether these perquisites will be taxable under the head salary income or not. We will try to analyze this term perquisite in two different modes. First, we will see the general meaning of the term perquisites, and then we will see how the term perquisite have been defined under the Income Tax Act. First, let's focus on the general meaning of this term perquisite. It says that any casual emolument or benefit which is attached to an office or position in addition, this word is very important, this is in addition to salary or wages. For better understanding of this term, we will take one example. Suppose there is one office and this is the employer. He wants to appoint someone in this office, and for that this person applies for the job. ये apply करता है job के लिए for this office or position. Now here employer offers this person a 50,000 rupees of salary income for working in his organization in this office. Now this term is very clear. He has offered 50,000 rupees of salary income to this person. Now suppose this applicant says that I am new to this city and I don't have my own house as well. On this, the employer says that you need not to worry because we are offering 10,000 rupees as HRA, that is a house rent allowance. You can take one house on rent by spending this amount. We can also provide you 3,000 rupees as a daily allowance because this city is little bit costlier, so we are providing daily allowance. You don't have a facility of mess, we are also providing 2,000 rupees as a tiffin allowance. Further, for education of your children, we are also providing 5,000 as children education allowance, as well as the hostel allowance of 1,000 rupees for your children. Now, if you observe carefully that all these things, additional things which are provided to this employees are there for efficient discharge of his duties, so that this applicant that will be recruited on this position will be able to deliver his best without any pressure. Further, this applicant will have to wear the uniform. For that, employer is also offering 5,000 rupees as uniform allowance. Now you can notice all these things which are offered by the employer to the employee, these are treated as allowances. The basic meaning of allowance is that these are basically provided in cash, and this is for the purpose of efficient discharge of the duties by the employee. Now, apart from this basic salary and allowances, if employer offers any other additional benefit or facility to this employee, then it will be treated as perquisites. For example, this employer is providing a free car to the employee, and the employee can use this car for personal purposes. Similarly, employer is also offering a membership of a club. This is also a benefit, additional benefit which the employee is receiving. Further, this applicant asks that I receive so many huge bills for my mobile phone, for my electricity, house electricity bills, and I am also having a loan. Can you pay off these things, my obligations also? So if employer discharges the personal obligations of the employee, then this will also be treated as the additional benefit to this employee, and hence it will be treated as perquisites in the hands of employee. Now here you have to note the important difference between the allowance and the perquisites. Allowances are given to employee for efficient discharge of his duties. Normally allowances are given in cash only. On the other hand, if you see the perquisite, these are some additional benefits, that is beyond allowances. He is receiving additional benefit or facilities. It may be, that means perquisite may be in the form of cash or it may be in the form of kind. Further, if you see the international terminology of allowances and perquisite, how they treat these allowances are basically directly attached to an office or position directly. It is a part and parcel of along with the salary he is receiving. Whereas the perquisites are something which is a luxurious item, as you can say, and these perquisites are given to higher ranking officials only. You can also see it in this way that allowances are just like to meet out his basic necessities, whereas perquisites are allowed as a luxurious items. Furthermore, the perquisites need to be earned, means the person should have the caliber and potential so that the company can give these type of facilities to the employee. Whereas allowances are given generally to all types of employee. Now, if we talk about the perquisites and allowance under the Income Tax Act 1961, then the term perquisites have been defined under section 17(2), whereas section 10 contains a list of allowances which are exempt from the tax. Now you may be wondering, sir, why we are stressing too much on the term allowance and perquisite. So the answer is that the perquisite and allowances, these are very, very important from exam point of view, and this is a favorite item of the institute, and there are chances that the institute can ask in the exams that what is the difference between the perquisite and allowance. Since the difference is very thin, you have to understand it carefully and should be able to explain in the exams. Secondly, the institute can directly ask question on the perquisite. They can ask like, what do you mean by the term perquisite? Or they can ask, define the term perquisite. So you should be able to define these terms. We are further going to discuss the definition of the term perquisite, which is given under section 17(2) of the Income Tax Act. Further, you have to note that both allowances and perquisites will be taxable under the head salary only. Further, you have to note that some type of perquisite which are provided in kind, for taxing this type of perquisite, we have to do the valuation of such perquisites, and then the monetary term of that perquisite can be taxable in the hands of employee. Now, if you see carefully the Income Tax Act, all these terms have been defined inclusively. No term is exhaustive. All terms are inclusive. For example, term salary includes, this is given under section 17(1). Then 17(2) says that perquisite includes. Then section 17(3) says that the profit in lieu of salary includes. So you can see that all these terms are defined in inclusive way. Further, section 10 subsection, there are various subsection in the section 10 which provides the exempted allowances. As a general rule, we have seen that all these will be taxable under the head salary, but there is one or two exception. There are few perquisites which may not be taxable under the head salary. What is that? Now we are going to see that. Further, we are going to see the legal definition of the term perquisite, which is given under section 17(2). Further, we are going to see different types of perquisites. Then we also have to see how these perquisites will be valued for income tax purposes and how it will be taxed in the hands of employee.